This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about Moro Ojomo. Can he be a star in this league? Also, Reed Blankenship contract is the most important to get done for next year. And lastly, DeVonta Smith, one of the best in crossing routes in the slot. But let's get straight into it. All right, man. In case you've been living under a rock, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts got a children's book for the kids. Hell, I got two little ones under 5, so I might grab it. But shout out to Jalen Hurts writing the children's book. I mean, this dude can't do nothing wrong. He's winning Super Bowls. He's for the kids. He's giving away ACs for the school. I mean, it seemed like his relationship life is good. He got a wife, recently married. Next thing you know, he gonna have kids. So, look, man, Jalen Hurts is, he's good on the field, but he do a lot of good things off the field. But let me play this clip of him announcing his book.
What's going on, everyone? It's Jay Hurts tapping in. I'm back home on the east side of Houston, Texas, where it all began for me, Tice Elementary, and I'm very excited to share this moment with you guys. It's always been a dream of mine to have my own children's book, and I'm blessed to say that dream is now becoming reality. We're better than the touchdown. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of love put into this book. It's very heartfelt because without the lessons learned, I wouldn't be where I am today. And so I'm excited to extend those lessons to the next generation, and hopefully it uplifts them just as the many lessons I learned did the same for me.
Pretty dope, man. This is dope. I love this for Jalen Hurts. And also, let's talk about the 2023 draft since we're going to talk about Moro Ojomo. The 2023 draft for the Philadelphia Eagles have the potential of being one of Howard Roseman's best draft class of his career. We talking about Moro Ojomo, who was our last pick. They have Tyler Steen, who could possibly start. Even Tanner McKee, even though he's not a starting quarterback, but he moved up to QB2. Sidney Brown, who can possibly start. Nolan Smith, who's emerging. And then, of course, Jalen Carter. So we're talking about mostly starters in there, or possible starters in there, depending on what Moro Ojomo do. That draft class can go down as one of the best Eagles draft class. Again, Sidney Brown still got to win his spot and play at a high level. Tyler Steen got to still win his spot. And even if Moro Ojomo is rotational, I think he's going to be a key part to the defense, because I was watching a couple things on Twitter of Moro Ojomo, and it's starting to trend like Eagles got a new star emerging. I'm like, oh man, our secret is out. I knew they was going to say Moro Ojomo, but this is from Elite Takes on Twitter. Nico, I believe his name is. Great breakdown on Moro Ojomo, but let me play this clip.
The most obvious breakout candidate in the entire NFL for 2025 is Eagles defensive tackle Moro Ojomo. You might as well learn the name right now, because I'm telling you, he is going to be Philadelphia's brand new Milton Williams. It's a lock. Every fan base is going to be begging for their GM to pay him down the road. You want to know a little secret? This guy is already one of the NFL's most dangerous pass rushing defensive tackles and just hasn't had the chance to prove it yet. Last year, he was third on the depth chart in Philly, behind Jalen Carter and Milton Williams, obviously, but he got a good amount of third down snaps. And when he was on the field, he had the third highest pass rush win rate at the defensive tackle position in the entire NFL, 18%. He's a pressure machine. Jalen Carter commands a lot of double teams, which means that if you're playing alongside him, you're going to get some one-on-one opportunities to tee off on the quarterback. I'll tell you that. He didn't have any sacks last season, but there were plenty of times where he got real close. And with more snaps, the sacks are going to come, and that's when he's going to become a much bigger name. But this isn't just an undersized defensive tackle that has the finesse to win as a pass rusher. He has shown real flashes against the run, and there's no reason why he can't be a 3-down guy for Philly. I know this isn't the most practical rep, but watch him throw a really good guard in Sam Cosmi right to the ground in run defense. He's got serious power. This is a freak athlete. Everyone freaked out in the 2023 draft when the Eagles got Jalen Carter at pick 9, but Howie Roseman was thinking a step further, because he got Moro Ojomo in the 7th round, and he's just a few months away from cementing himself as a star defensive tackle.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was a big fan of Moro Ojomo. When we got him, I'm like, 7th round, really? He fell that far? I thought he was gonna go 5th, 4th-ish. When I was doing like my mock drafts, I always pick him like 5th or 6th at that time. But for him to be our last pick and to play how he's playing is really good. It's really good. Now Moro Ojomo can possibly be another Milton Williams, unfortunately. He could be going somewhere else and possibly playing at a high level because I think he's going to be one of those ones that probably costs too much. That's why you go get a Ty Robinson who you hope can replace that production. But yeah, man, Moro Jomo, I totally agree. I think he's a star. He's definitely like, he could be up there. Like he could be mentioned as one of those ones. He will no longer be a secret. So I know a lot of people like to talk about Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, but Moro Jomo, he got something because when he came into the league, I'm like, he's going to be a really good run stuffer. But if he can develop as a pass rusher, he's going to be really hard to stop. And that development came just like that. So Moro Jomo, man, he's a guy. He might be like a cap casualty per se. Like he just might cost too much. And you know, you got Jalen Carter contract coming up. Sidney Brown, depending on what type of year he have, do we pay him? Give him a team friendly deal? Do we get Nakobe Dean a team friendly deal? And then when you look at Moro Jomo again, I know we're gonna draft another defensive tackle more than likely. I'm not sure who he is at this moment, but I can see 2026 draft class. It's gonna be some defensive ends, defensive tackles. Then you also have like Nolan Smith. Like it's just gonna be too much people to pay ahead of Moro Jomo. That's what I'm trying to say. But speaking of paying ahead, Bleacher Report believe that Reed Blankenship is the most important Eagle to sign over the offseason. Now, I think that's a stretch because you want to extend Jalen Carter, and also you don't know who Andrew Makuba is going to be. You really don't know who Sidney Brown is just yet. Now, can he be one of those guys we let go, or do we actually see him as a key piece? Do we see him the same way we see Jalen Carter? Do we see him the same way we do see Zach Bond or a Quinyon Mitchell or a Cooper DeJean? Now, Reed Blankenship definitely had a great year. I can't front. I can't deny that. Do we see him as one of those ones? Do we see him as like we lose him? I don't know. Now, I think he can take a team friendly deal and stay around, but us paying him, I don't know. I don't know about that because again, I don't think Andrew Makuba start this year. I look at Andrew Makuba more as a replacement for Reed Blankenship because I think he's going to have another solid year and a team is going to offer him the bag, something he can't refuse. And the Eagles will be like, we can't really match that, but we got some safeties here. You hoping Sidney Brown develop, and you hoping Andrew Makuba develop, and those might be your two safeties for the future. My personal opinion, and I'm not saying get rid of Reed Blankenship. I think Reed Blankenship can play ball for sure, but is he worth giving all that money to? Just like y'all know how I felt about Milton Williams. I'm like, Milton Williams, we gotta pay him. But when you step back and look at it, it's like, I get it. You got Jalen Carter. I get it. You got Jordan Davis. I get it. Then you had the emergence of Moro Ojomo. You understand. I'm not even mentioning Thomas Booker. I didn't even mention him. He's been balling out of his mind with the limited snaps he takes. So again, it just all depends on how the safeties develop. And now we don't see no development from a Sidney Brown or Andrew Makuba. Then it's like, yeah, we got to find a way to keep Reed Blankenship on this roster. But let's talk about DeVonta Smith. I've been talking about like the Terrence Marshall Jr.'s and the backups of the backup wide receivers. But let's talk about the starting wide receiver and DeVonta Smith. So he was ranked first by PFF and crossing routes. Like he's one of the best when he's gone in the middle, route running in general. We know DeVonta Smith is one of the best. What makes me mad is when you look at 2023, We was running a lot of go routes and stuff like that. You got the best slant route runner in AJ Brown. You got the best crossing route runner in DeVonta Smith. I give Kellen Moore that. He utilized the middle of the field for sure. He utilized the run game for sure. So we got to keep utilizing the middle of the field and the run game because, again, you got some elite route runners on this team. And DeVonta Smith is not number one just because I think going into last year, we used our wide receivers in different places. It's just not outside wide receivers. Yes, there was time we lined up DeVonta Smith. You going in the slot, we're going to kick Dotson outside, and AJ going to stay outside, or we're going to move AJ in the slot. And of course, Jahad Dotson was always in the slot. So we just moved them around a lot. And what it showed is that DeVonta Smith, he's dangerous in the slot, extremely dangerous. And I like how we use DeVonta Smith, and hopefully we keep using him that way because it's starting to show up on the stat sheet. It's starting to show like, oh, he's really good doing these things. So we got to keep him doing those things. But that's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? I'm sorry about the missed videos, but it's June. It's not a lot of topics, so I'll be trying to save them now so I can have something to talk about. But you know, I try my best to put out a video every day. Just haven't been enough topics. Long June, man. Then we gotta go through the beginning of July, mid-July. I'm pretty sure things gonna be coming out little by little. I can discuss, but somewhat hard, man. It's really hard. Pause. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.